want to talk dairy now because it's something we've been talking about a lot, as you know, in Jones and Credlin. And there's been a fair bit of focus recently after Pauline Hanson has tried to bring in a floor price for milk, or at least a price that covers the cost of production. Now, in recent weeks, we've learned about the sale of Bellamy's, the infant milk company, to Chinese giant Menganu Dairy. And yesterday came the news that Lion Dairy and Drinks, that's the parent company of well-known brands Pura Milk and Dairy Farmers, is also set for sale to Menganu. Now, Menganu is a Chinese company, as I said, but it's also one that's partly controlled by the Chinese state. In all of this, of course, it begs the question, where to now for dairy farmers in this country? And can they be competitive? Can they be multi-generational farms that they have been in the past? Today, Alan, as you know, is the son of dairy farmers, and we went out to visit a local dairy farming family. Now, they run 1,000 milkers. That's a lot for those of you outside the industry, but more than that, they've created their own brand, Little Big Dairy it's called, and they process milk, cream and flavoured milks for a customer base in the local area, and of course they sell into Sydney. It's one of only 5 such family-based farms who process their own product in Australia. I reckon it's a great success story. I can vouch for the quality of their chocolate milk too. I gave that a try. So let me introduce them now to you. It's the Chesworth family of Dubbo's The Little Big Dairy Company. Are you getting fair price for production? And milk's at a static cost, and that's one of the tough things for you, isn't it?
Look, as you know, Peter, we've done our own thing with our own brand, and we feel that we're taking control of our destiny and the price that we sell our milk for, and then what that can pay the farm for our milk. But the dairy industry, generally speaking, in New South Wales and Queensland, are still being paid production cost or less. Yes. There's no meat in the system.
It's fascinating because I don't know that many family dairy farms have their own brand. What was the genesis behind that idea?
Well, we often talk about my brother Duncan and I coming home to the family farm at the same time. It was at a time when we had Tier 2 milk pricing, where a lot of our milk was not worth very much money at all. About 10 cents a litre is what they were being paid for, the milk at the time, for their over-contract milk. And I guess we sort of joke about Dad saying, look, well, girl, we better build a factory if there's going to be enough room for us to actually sustain another generation of our family being involved at the dairy.
And you're really proud that it's single source, which means that if, I buy your milk in Sydney, I know that the milk comes from the cows on this farm. That's a wonderful sort of value chain.
Yeah, so single source means that every drop of milk that we sell through Little Big Dairy is from this farm, and that guarantees that traceability right to the cows and the quality of that product.
1,000 cows. Give us a sense of how much milk that you will then deliver to the market.
So, 33 to 4 litres each cow every day, yep. Which gives us about 35,000 litres a day.
And how much do you keep to process with your own dairy product, and how much goes to the broader market?
It's growing about 60,000 litres a week. Goes to Little Big, and then the rest goes to another company in Sydney. Yeah.
Alan Jones grew up on a dairy farm. He reckons he knows the name of every cow he ever had, but we're talking maybe of 100, 120. Would you know the name of every one of your 1,000 cows?
Yep, pretty well. Yeah.
That is amazing. And their pedigree?
Yep. Oh, well, yeah, most of them, yeah.